Hi, I'm Julian, and this is my first video I'm making officially. I mean, I've made some in the past, but this is going to be more my introduction video that I'm going to use for my YouTube and my Tumblr page. So, um, where do you start an introduction videos? As long as I was able to dress myself, I've always identified, well, not identified, I've always dressed as a guy. That's just how I've been. I was a tomboy growing up. I linked myself with boys, but I never understood the fact that I could be one. I just thought if I could have the chance to become one magically by a magical gender fairy, I would. But I knew that would never happen, and I was too young to understand that I could be one. And I was one, more of. So growing up, it wasn't such a big deal to me. More, I was just kind of me. I did my own thing and stuff like that. But when I was about 10, I think, I understood what transgender meant because my mom had a trans friend who I got to know. And I knew about it, but I never thought of myself as one. I thought, I understand that, they're okay with it, but for me, I have to have a penis. That's just how it works. I can't be one. I'll never be able to be one. I can't be trans. I'm just stuck as a girl, and that's okay, but if I had a chance to be a boy, I would. But then, I think I was like 12 or 13 when I went into middle school. That's when my depression really started to hit, because that's when I was going through puberty. And I didn't know puberty was hard for me. Wearing bras to me, it was just, annoying, but it wasn't a big deal. Having a period was just another annoying thing I had to go through. But I was really depressed, and I didn't know it. I was anxious all the time and stuff like that. School was just really hard, and I didn't, understand it. So, touched my heart there. It's getting to me. I just, it didn't occur to me that that was the case. I dressed the way I dressed, and that stopped me. But then came ninth grade, which is, I'm a sophomore now. That was probably the hardest time for me, because I thought, okay, I am so depressed right now. Maybe if I dress more like a girl, I'll get more attention and people will like me more, and then I'll be happy. I mean, I wasn't even in for attention. I just thought that somehow that would help me. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know who I was, so I thought, be someone else. So I was someone else, and that's the only phase I've ever been through. Trying to be a girl, I wore dresses, skirts, and stuff, straightened my really long hair and stuff like that, and I had never been so miserable in my entire life. I was so depressed. It was really hard. And I remember May 2013, I was sitting in the bathtub shaving my legs, and my mom was in the other side of the bathroom, like, I don't know, using the toilet or something, and she was talking about like a class she had taken that had happened to mention trans people, and she said, do you ever think you're trans? And just like that, it hit me. That's when my whole world changed, and I thought, holy shit, this is it. That's the whole entire problem that I've been going through, and this is the link to everything. So I was happy for about a couple days, because just in my mind, just knowing, I thought that would be enough for me, but obviously it wasn't, because then when summer came, I cut my hair about this length, and it was awful. I just thought, oh yeah, I'm still a girl, I just think that I'm trans and that I would love to be a guy, but no. I was so depressed, I couldn't even feel it. I was just apathetic towards everything. I was sick. I mean, I'm sick all the time, but I was even more sick. I was cutting. I was suicidal. Even in July, I wrote my note. I was ready to do it. But I was even too depressed to kill myself. I was so weak, and I just couldn't handle it anymore, so I went to bed and said, well, hope I wake up dead. And I didn't. And I just kind of carried on that summer with no feeling at all. I just felt this dark cloud hanging over me, and it was just unbearable. Then around August, I was cutting again, and I realized, if I die right at this moment, no one will remember me as that trans guy. They remember me as that cis girl. And I thought, I can't die right now. I need to get through this transition. And from there, I've been, cutting my hair shorter. I've been dressing. I've been using boys' bathrooms. I've changed, and I could never be happier. So now, the 2nd of January, I was able to go to Children's Hospital, and I was expecting it to be a little difficult because I know the step to get T is kind of complicated. So I went there, and it was amazing. They were just like, I just told them, the story I just told you guys, and they're like, okay, come back in 2 weeks and we'll give you your first shot. And I was like, oh my god, I'm getting T. So now it's only 4 more days until I get my first shot and life begins. So that's my boring story. I probably talked too fast there, but not that exciting. So that's my next step, taking shots. I've gone pretty fast in my transition, but I don't think there's such thing as going too fast. Go with your speed and your pace. Some people don't want to. They want to go really slow. Some people want to get it fast and they can't. But I'm fortunate enough to be able to get my mom has been really accepting of me, and so I'm starting T soon, and I couldn't be more excited. Is that all I wanted to say? I'm bad at editing videos. I guess I just want to make this video because there's a few more days until I take my first shot. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about how I feel on that. I'm just beyond excited. Just to be able to walk down the street and have someone not question what's between my pants. I want to walk into the bathroom and not have someone stare at me. I know it's against the law to make eye contact with guys in the bathroom, but I just want to walk in there and be able to pee and walk out in confidence. Is that so much to ask? And, I just want to be able to feel like one. Yeah, of course I do now, but it's the dysphoria of it all, just knowing my voice is high, knowing I have breasts, I have a vagina. It's hard, but T will definitely make it much easier for me. It's always looking up, and I know with T it'll be even more high. So here's to life beginning.